What's up, everybody? Glad to be back on YouTube once again. I'm here to talk about our stupid fucking government. Yeah. I was watching the presidential speech. In fact, it was just the other day. And he was talking about why our economy is so low. Why we have no money here in the USA. Why we're sitting here struggling to eat a meal, keep a roof over our head, keep clothes on our back, keep gas in our tanks. Hell, even keep cars on the street. And it's all because we are going overseas. Well, not us, but them are going overseas. They're buying up every little piece of product, Sony, Pixar, shit like that. And it makes no fucking sense to why we have to buy China shit, Taiwan shit, Bangkok shit, any of their shit. Why we have to buy their oil. We drill for oil here. I mean, that makes no sense. We've got several out off the coast of Florida. In fact, I believe they have like 6 rigs sitting out there right now. They're drilling for nothing but oil. Okay, so I don't understand as to why we have to go to Afghanistan and Pakistan and Iran and Tibet and shit like that to even get oil. It makes no sense. And our fuel economy is based off of our oil economy. And right now, it's rather low. Why? Because over the course of, I don't know, probably 100 years or more, we've been draining the fucking oil out of the earth, running this bitch dry, and they wonder why we're sitting in the fucking hole tilt. Our planet has tilted, I don't know, about 85 degrees off of its axis, and it's our own fucking fault. Because now, guess what? We're floating towards the sun. And you think the government cares? No. Just as long as after it's all said and done with, they had a big old fat ass wad of cash in their bank account. Lame, right? And it's to my understanding, the government is just taking more and more and more and more away from us when all they're doing is sitting getting richer and richer and richer and richer. I mean, $10 million to, say somebody in the cabinet, that's just pocket change. That's not even a scratch. But yet, they're complaining that we have no money. Our country is in the red right now. China and Japan are like barely out of the green. Barely. And yet, they're still going overseas, buying up all this merchandise like it's nothing. They've got, I don't know how many, I don't know, I think they said it was like a $400 trillion bill that they can't even pay. Right now, the IRS is bankrupt. People who need Social Security disability right now are having trouble getting it. The ones who do have it will probably have to fight to keep it. Jobs are becoming scarce. Nobody can do hardly anything today at all. I remember back growing up, $5 got you a long way. Hell, even $20 is stretching a good little bit. Nowadays, you can't even buy, I don't know, a carton of cigarettes for $20. You can't even buy a week's worth of groceries for $20. Dude, I remember as a kid spending, I don't know, our parents probably spent $115, $20 at the max, and it fed us for a month. Now that won't even feed people for a week unless they live by themselves. And people who have families are struggling. Their kids are having to suffer for it. You know, it's supposed to be us paving a trail for them to follow, so they can have a better life. Well, all we're doing is paving a trail, and the government's making us do it, pave a trail to where they have a shittier life. You know, any day that I have kids, I'd want them to have a better life. But I can't do that with our government pinching every little fucking dollar they can out of us. It makes no sense. To me, it's inhumane and it's wrong when all the poor people are doing is getting poorer and the government's sitting there taking our tax dollars and paying their debts with it. You know, our currency has literally gone to shit. But yet, our presses print out probably $100 million a day. Come on now. The government holds back a lot of information they don't want you to know. Well, going through torrents and shit, the internet is the thing that the government provides. And they just have no idea how many loopholes, backdoors, or just shit they put right out in the open. They don't even know it. I was reading up on a document not too long ago that the government is trying to increase taxes yet again by like 25%. And that's bullshit. What are we going to do then? Everybody still has to make a profit, but yet everybody still has to get paid. If they do that, guess what? That's all out the window. And our economy will be like the Stone Age all over. And really, there's nothing we can do about it. Unless all of us Americans stand up, grab our nuts, and fucking say what's on our mind, and fucking stand up for our country like we're supposed to. Instead of letting, a bunch of politics and one single man out of everybody in the world who controls our nation control it and make our decisions for us. America is supposed to be the equal land of opportunity. Every man is supposed to be equal and every woman equal. Where is it at? Where's ours? Life was supposed to get easier as technology advanced. Nowadays you gotta I don't know. You've got cars that drive themselves. You've got toilets that flush themselves. You've got robots that can wipe your ass for you. Really? Life was supposed to become hands free. Where's the fucking honesty in that? You're putting more people out of work to build these bigger companies and hire people with, 30, 40 fucking years of experience. And yeah, that's great. They should have an equal opportunity to get in first. But that doesn't mean after they're in, close the door on everybody else. I don't understand why we have to suffer when all the government's doing is just sitting back and laughing, probably drinking a cold one on top of it. Who knows, the president might be rolling him up a big old fat stover. I wish I could roll me up a big fat stover. Why? Because all these presidential candidates say after Obama's out of office, who's going to take over next? There's no telling. Honestly, I really hope Hillary Clinton really gets it. I really do. Or hell, put fucking Bill Clinton back in office. Please. That was the best president that we had since Ronald Reagan. I mean, at least the fucking country had currency. The country had balance. The country also had its own rate of supply, its own resources. And today that doesn't exist. About the only thing that we make ourselves is our homes. About it. Clothes, everything else, all comes from China, Taiwan, Japan, Cambodia, Cuba, all of those. I mean, what really is the point of that? If you can't manufacture it yourself, that really means you don't need to fucking have it. I mean, if other people can do it, great. But if you kind of build up a 400 and some odd $1 trillion bill, that's, man, I don't know how many zeros that is. I don't even think I can count that high, to be honest with you. I'm a pretty intelligent motherfucker. The thing is, if we don't stand up for ourselves and our country and stop letting the fucking president, the vice president, and the whole joint chiefs in the cabinet run our lives, come on now. It's not supposed to be in every man for himself. If it was like that, fuck, we wouldn't have civilization. It's supposed to be a team effort. There is no I in team, but there is a you in fuck. It's stupid. They want us to be so codependent on everybody else. But I don't wait for nobody. I get up and I do the shit myself. If there's something I need and I can't get it, fuck it. I don't need it. I'll just find an alternate. And the government needs to stop finding alternatives and fucking stand up or sit down and shut up for once and let us American people who bust our ass to put money in their pockets run shit for a while. Legalize marijuana. If they did that, fuck, the economy would get better right off the top. But the only reason they're not legalizing it in the whole U.S. right now is because they cannot tax it. Because, well, really, yeah, I guess they could tax it because it's just like fucking tobacco. It grows. It's God's natural plant. It says in the Bible, God gave you all these seeded plants to use. But, here's the thing. If God gave it to us, what right does man have to take it from us? Honestly, stop and think about that. Really, honestly. If God gave it to us to use at our own disposal, for our own use, or vice versa, what right does man have to take anything from us? What right does one man have to control us all? What right does one group of people have to decide our fate? You know what? Fuck. Anyway, I'm done mentioning about the government, but please, honestly, stop and think about the last thing I said. If he really gave it to us, what right does man have to take it? Thank you. If y'all would like, please reply, comment, anything. Honestly, because I would love to hear your opinion.